Hi students, welcome to Module 3. This week will comprise weeks 4 and 5, and in this module we're going to deepen our understanding of patient safety by exploring underlying factors that contribute to medical errors and adverse events. So as you go through this module, you're going to examine evidence-based strategies that are going to help us minimize risk and strengthen our safety practices within complex healthcare environments. You'll also understand the impact of communication on team dynamics and patient outcomes. So you're going to be looking at the team steps, tools, and strategies. So as you go through, you'll see that you have your learning activities, and then you have your team steps videos, team steps wrap-up, and Module 3 assignment. So you've got leading team situation monitoring and mutual support for your team step videos, and you'll start to look at the team steps wrap-up, which gives you some strategies and tools to enhance performance and patient safety, some review, etc. If you look into the Module 3 assignments, you'll see that you have your Team Steps Wrap-Up and the annotated bib number 1. So I'm going to actually flip to the assignments link just for a moment. So let's look at the Team Steps self-check modules. You'll see that you will complete all of these by Sunday, February 8th. So that's what's due February 8th. And then you'll have a quiz, which is going to be made available on February 9th. So you're going to wrap everything up by the 8th. And then between the 9th and the 15th, you'll take your Team Steps quiz. And then you can see here for our capstone topic, I know that Dr. Farrell has connected with each of you and copied me on discussion about your topics. So if you're unclear about your topic, then please reach out. But I think everyone has received their feedback, and you'll be doing your first annotated bib, which isn't due till February 15th. So you do still have some time, but I would just recommend that if you're able to get ahead, then perhaps that's something you'll want to do while working on your team steps. So this is again Module 3, which spans 2 weeks. So by the end of February 8th, you'll have your modules completed, and then you'll have a quiz begin between the 9th and the 15th, and then you'll have your first annotated bib due by February 15th. So if you click back into the Module 3 assignments, this is the annotated bib number 1. So this gives you your instructions on what you're going to be graded on and what will be expected. So you're going to do annotations for 2 references. So you're going to end up with 6 references in total that will help you with your capstone project. And then, so again, each one that you submit, annotated bib 1 will be 2 references, annotated bib number 2 will be 2 references, etc. So you'll want to do these following 3 components: a full and accurate APA citation of the reference, a brief summary and assessment, 100 to 150 words of the reference, the type of research, major findings, etc. And then you're going to do a brief reflection of how this reference relates to other references, or how it relates to your topic, and how it challenges or agrees with other references cited, right? So you can look here at the annotated bibliography table template, and you'll want to use that to help you write your annotated bibs, right? So you'll be submitting this table. And then there is also a sample here that you can look at. And then this is the grading rubric that I will be using when I look at your annotated bibliography that you submit. So check out the sample doc here. So what you'll do is you'll just continue to use this for all of 3 of yours. You're just going to add 2 at a time. So your name, date, instructor, that would be me. And then your topic, and then a 1-paragraph topic overview. So what do you want me to know about your topic that you're doing? And just a quick overview. And then here's going to be where you put your citation in APA formatting, doing your summary assessment, and your reflection. So again, you'll do that for 2 each week. And I would just continue to add to this particular document. That way you'll have them all in one document, and you won't lose any of your references for your upcoming capstone. They'll all be in one document by the time we're finished. So I think that would just be easier. So I clicked into the sample that we just talked about, and this is someone's actual sample. You can see that they chose workplace violence in healthcare. So just putting again your topic in a brief, quick format, and then a paragraph, what it is, what's important about it, etc. And then you can see they did their citation, their summary and assessment, and then the reflection. So again, it kind of analyzes what it may be different from a different document that you have, or your capstone project, how it will be like this one's a crucial piece of data analysis. So think of that as you write your capstone. You're going to want to write out all of the authors up to 20, of course, if you're using a work that has 20, at least 20 authors. They should all be written out that far. So this one is not perfect. So just be mindful of that. And I think this one was okay. Yeah, they're just missing the and sign. So, yeah. So just to give you an idea of what you want to make sure you have your citation in APA and then your sample. And then this should actually be, in web link format. And if you see one that has the DOI, you just add this www.doi.org, and then you add the slash, and then it will make it into the proper link. So, and I'll give you feedback on all of those. So just a quick announcement to just give you an idea of what's coming up and what to look for. Again, you look at your dates to make sure that you're submitting things on the appropriate time. And here the rubric for the annotated bibliography is what I will follow to grade it. So if you have any questions, please reach out. If not, I look forward to seeing you complete your team steps by doing the team steps wrap up, looking at the strategies, the reviews. So get those completed this week. Then you'll have a short answer test that will be available after February 9th. And you will then have your first annotated bib due by the 15th.